Hans Chemisto, FightHype.com, here with Slim. How you doing today, brother?
What's going on? Doing good, man. Came out here for Yemen Independence Day, support my people, speak out for the youth, inspire the kids. That's what it's all about,
Gotcha. Now, first things first, man, let's talk about your fight coming up with Ryan Taylor on October 15th. How do you kind of see that fight playing out with you guys?
The way I see it playing out is just me knocking him the fuck out. Like honestly, I'm gonna spark him out. Like I believe he's not on my level. This is a personal vendetta I have against him because earlier this year he jumped me, he attacked me with a pro MMA fighter. They jumped me, they did damage to my eye, it took me a while to heal and everything. I'm already after my last performance, I could be fighting much bigger names. Much bigger guys like KSI called me out, Enisan Gibb called me out. I have much bigger opportunity out there for me, but. There's nothing wrong with staying active, and there's nothing wrong with teaching this guy a lesson because he thinks he's some sort of gangster. So I would love to knock him out and teach him the biggest lesson of his life.
What kind of provoked that attack, man?
What provoked that attack? You know what? I don't know, man. I don't know. We were trash talking to each other, but it's boxing, bro. We talk shit. It wasn't anything disrespectful or anything, I was walking outside my hotel, and he was walking into the hotel, and we were talking our shit. But you know who is the pro MMA fighter? He initiated the attack. Imagine he's the coach. Imagine my coach Saddam going to someone I'm fighting and it starts attacking him. You know what I'm saying? That's some clown shit. Why would he do that? So his coach attacked me first. That gave him the balls to attack me. So that's what happened after that. But it's all good because he's gonna get humbled in a way, in a very serious way on October 15th. I promise you that.
Gotcha. Now, moving away from that, man, wanted to get your thoughts on Jake Paul putting you on his top 5 pound for pound influential list. He has himself number 1, Logan, his brother, number 2, and he has you tied for number 3 with KSI. What do you think about that?
Yo, that's dope, man. Honestly, I feel honored, man. Jake Paul, what he's been doing amazing. Like he's been helping the influential boxing scene become big with the shit he's been accomplishing. So the fact that he put me in top 3. I feel honored. I feel appreciated. I appreciate it. He shows me a lot of love on Instagram. So shout out to Jake Paul. He's a real one, honestly, man. So it's dope. I believe I'm top 3 too, honestly. I truly believe in my heart of heart I'm top 3 in the scene right now. And I feel like I have so much potential that I can unlock because boxing is a never-ending learning sport. You can keep learning and keep getting better. There's pros that's been in this game for 20 years and they're still learning and getting better. So I've only been in the game for over 2 years, 2.5 years, and I'm still getting better every day.
So I got to put you on the spot now. Now you got to give me your top 5
my top
pound for pound influential
funny,
list.
I literally just uploaded a video today. In my top 5, I put number 5 Enisan Gibb. Number 4, I put Logan Paul. Number 3, I put me. Number 2, I put KSI. And number 1, I put Jake Paul. But you know what? I'm coming for the top 2, man. I want to prove that I'm one of the best pound for pound. You know what I mean? I fight at middleweight. I'm a natural middleweight. And my first pro debut, when I fought in the zone, was at light heavyweight. But that's a weight class I'm not even at. Normally, I couldn't make 175. I was at 171 on fight night. So, yeah, man. I just did my thing.
Gotcha. Now, we have to ask you, how do you see Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva playing out, man?
Oh, yeah. Honestly, man, I'm rooting for Jake Paul. I want to, because you know what it is? To me personally, he's been making everything interesting to me. He's been making boxing very interesting. Like him calling out Tommy Fury. Him with the Hasim Rahman Jr. He's been making everything interesting to me personally. And I feel like a lot of people, he draws a lot of eyes. So imagine him being a UFC legend in Anderson Silva, bro, I was a little kid watching Anderson Silva, bro. He's a legit legend, So him being Anderson Silva, imagine where the Jake Paul story goes from there. It's very interesting to see. So I think he can pull it off. I truly believe he can pull it off. Anderson is old. He's pretty old, but he's still nice with it. Just because he's old doesn't mean he's Anderson Silva. You know what I mean? It's not easy. Not easy to be Anderson Silva. So if he pulls it off, man. Bravo, man. But I'm rooting for him. I hope he does good.
Do you think that's actually his toughest fight, tougher than Tyron Woodley?
Definitely, 100%. 100%. Anderson Silva knocked out, he didn't knock out, but he beat a former world champion.
Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., yeah.
He beat a former world champion. His dad is one of the greatest fighters of all time. That's not no joke. That's someone whose blood was in boxing since childhood. You know what I mean? So that's props. So if he beats him, that's a huge step up for Jake Paul, and it'll be amazing to see what's next for him.
The fight against Tommy Fury was supposed to happen. If that fight was to eventually happen, do you think Jake could still pull that off against Tommy Fury, or would you give Tommy the edge?
Yeah, that would have been a great fight. That would have been a very great fight, man. I wish it happened, honestly, because I don't know, man. I feel like Tommy Fury couldn't handle the pressure. Both 2 times he pulled out. 2 times. He pulled out 2 times. You know, like it's a lot of pressure. You know, when like you have to fight against a YouTuber. Him losing against a YouTuber would have destroyed his like whole boxing career. So like, I feel like that got to his head. You know, like, and he probably wasn't training as hard and stuff. So I don't know, man. I feel like Jake Paul could have pulled it up because he's serious about boxing and he's going really hard. He has a good team behind him and he takes it very seriously. You know, so I honestly thought Jake Paul would have pulled it off.
You know, the 2 guys on your top 5 pound-for-pound influential list, Jake Paul and KSI, they're seemingly on a collision course, man.
Yeah.
Is that a fight that you see Jake winning, or do you see KSI actually pulling that out, man?
So Jake Paul versus KSI, this is beef you can't like just make up. This is something I feel like when they clash, it's gonna be the biggest thing for the internet, like a biggest internet fight that's ever gonna happen for years and years to come. Because like the storyline behind it, you know, like KSI fights Logan Paul twice. They fight twice. KSI beats Logan Paul, and after that, Jake Paul. They've been beefing for years. Like literally, the whole internet scene has been following this for years. So when it happens, it's probably gonna be one of the biggest shows of all time. Like, you know, like Logan Paul vs. KSI is one of the zone's most viewed YouTube videos. You know that? It's most YouTube video is KSI versus Logan Paul. So Jake Paul versus KSI, I know it's gonna do numbers. But I'm being honest, as of right now, man, like I see Jake Paul having an edge because he's been doing it longer. He's been fighting, he's sparring pro fighters, he's doing all that shit, he's putting in the work. KSI, we gotta see where he's at a year from now. You know, like I feel like if they do it a year from now, like they have more of a chance, but when that happens, it's gonna be one of the best fights to go down. Like, I'm so like one of the best like you know internet fights to go down. It's gonna be very entertaining.